Is life too short?
Sometimes I think it is, and other times it just feels like it's not too short.
So long,
and
doesn't
it's
it?
long, yeah.
And there's enough time for everything.
There is, but
We asked the question on Reddit, and so many people said they had anxiety, and really bad anxiety, from the fact that life was too short to do everything they needed to do. So like to find a partner, you know, to get a house, to get sorted, all these kind of things. What do you think?
I think it's time to get real with the
The
English sisters.
If you enjoy our podcast, please follow us on social media, and also come and listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
You can also watch us on YouTube.
Yeah, the #1 fast becoming podcast for anxiety relief.
So there you go. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I do feel as if life, in the past I felt life is too short, you know, and you can get in that vortex. It's like this running thing, isn't it, when you think I'm never going to have enough time to do everything I want to do.
Well, I think if you use the metaphor running, you can say, or the analogy, you can say, is life a sprint or is it a marathon?
Oh, you're very chuffed with yourself, aren't you?
I like to consider it as a marathon.
A marathon that you can kind of enjoy it, but it
Well,
still
it's a
has
long-
its challenges.
It has its challenges, but you're in there for the long run. It's not, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. I guess that is quite a good, like a metaphor to think about it like a marathon, because I mean, life does have its challenges. It can be extremely tiring, but it can also be exhilarating, exciting, fun. So yes, I suppose. But what if you don't want to join the marathon?
Well, you have to, you're alive. Well, you don't.
You
have
mean
to.
you're automatically
Seriously, you're automatically enrolled.
Exactly.
And
so you've automatically got that number on your chest. You know,
so
you're ready
that's
to
a
run.
good thing, because you don't have to make the effort of enrolling. But I mean,
yeah.
obviously, if you didn't want to be enrolled into the marathon of life, then
You have to be
you
like
have
a
to
hermit.
opt out.
You know, like I mean, the marathon of social, being in the
In
social world.
society, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go and live off grid.
Off grid, yeah.
Just go and live somewhere in the middle of nowhere.
Mm.
Like a lot of people are actually choosing to do. They're choosing to live like a slower life now, where they cultivate their own food and vegetables, and they live with the minimum possible, so that they also say it's better for the environment as well.
Yeah, we had
so
this
much.
Instagram follower, and I've just remembered his name, but I won't mention it. But he said that he actually was in IT, and then he was in architecture, but then he suddenly decided to just leave everything and move to the south of France. And it's a very very quiet area. There is practically nothing. He said on the streets all you see are tractors and some sheep. And so he started living there in this gorgeous house, but it needed so much renovation. And he was practically just living off the little things he cultivated in his veggie garden. But then he said the neighbours were really sweet, and they came over and they forced him to go to the supermarket with them in their car. He said I think they were concerned about him, because they thought he's not, he's what this man, I mean, he's this new neighbour, he's been here for 6 months and he never goes shopping. They've never ever seen him in the local supermarket. And I mean, that's one choice, isn't it, really?
Well, I think it's a choice that a lot of people are choosing to choose, but I think if you don't, I mean, that's quite a radical route.
That is radical, yeah.
But if you choose to stay in the marathon, say like the societal marathon, there are, you can go at a really fast pace and be, like
the top number one.
Otherwise, you can take it slower and just enjoy it, and enjoy it with all its challenges, and it will still be very, very rewarding, even more so, I would imagine.
Well, do you think there are any hacks to this marathon? Like you can get on the
Well,
underground?
I think
instead of having to run it.
No, I don't think there are any.
That's like a cheat, isn't it?
No, if it's in life, I mean, you have to go through everything, don't you?
You do.
You do. There's no opting out of that. But I think that the pressure that people feel, that we get so many, like, you know, inquiries and when we ask the question, what's your number one cause of anxiety, this has come up so much.
So much.
That there's not enough time to find the perfect partner, the perfect place to live, where to live. People are even worried about, have I chosen the right place to live in? Because, I mean...
Well, can I find the right place to live in? That's the number one,
People now, they move. They don't stay like before, where they used to just stay in their little villages or towns.
Yeah, so it's
like there's a lot more pressure. I mean, before you were born in a little village and you probably just stayed in that little village or town for the rest of your life.
I think now it's like, instead of running one marathon, you feel like you have to run so many different ones.
That's a good point.
I think that's a thing, because maybe like even when we were younger, okay, yes, there was always a marathon. There was always challenges. You had to run. You had to get your education. You had to get a good job. You had to get a family, etc., etc. But maybe it was just one. But maybe now there's like all these parallel marathons you feel you have to run.
Yeah, I think that's a good point.
Yeah,
I think that's what,
you're not just running one.
No.
You have to run so many.
Yeah, there has to be the career, the finances.
The body. The body has to look good, and that's number one. People get so stressed.
Yeah. There's a lot of pressure now, which is unnecessary pressure, I think. Let's take the pressure off.
Let's stop running all these
Maybe
multiple
we can
marathons.
Just walk one marathon and be happy while we're doing it.
Yeah, or even just sit down and just
enjoy.
enjoy.
Now and again, you can sit on the curb.
You can.
Get some water.
I mean, I think what we have to do is we have to really learn how to just, instead of feeling like we don't have enough time, we have to learn how to enjoy time and understand that time is a very playful element. You can make it go slower or you can make it go faster, and it all depends on what's going on in your mind at that particular moment. You may have all experienced waiting at a dentist's. In the dentist's office, time never seems to pass. Medical appointments never goes, what is it? Whereas those same 15-20 minutes, if you're enjoying yourself or just busy, immersed in something, they'll just fly past. So what is this thing about? Is time even real?
It's an illusion, isn't it? Created by us. I mean, the sun comes up and the sun goes down, but the rest of it
is an illusion.
It's an illusion that we've just kind of invented to help ourselves. But the time has also been like extended. Before, you'd get up and then you'd go to bed. You'd get up at sunrise, you'd go to
look
bed.
Look for food, look for water.
Sun at dusk, and then you would sleep, and then you'd get up early the next day. But now the fact that we have all the electricity and everything current's always on our devices, that it's like there's a 24-hour day if you want it to be, or you can go out you can go to the supermarket in the middle of the night
in the city.
So what does that mean? It means that there's always pressure to be doing. Before, Sundays used to be a day of rest and nothing. Do you remember the boredom?
Oh my God, yeah. It was either prayer, because we went to a Catholic school and they kind of like wanted us to go to church on a Sunday, didn't they?
Yeah.
So, I mean, for many of you, it's the same thing, whatever religion. So it was a day of either prayer or boredom.
Well, not the whole day, it was just like...
But it felt like it, didn't it? Because you would get up in the morning, and even if you got up a bit late, you think, oh, now I have to get ready again, put the Sunday suit
But then when we stopped going to church, it was just boring, wasn't it? There was nothing to do.
I still liked it, though.
We had lovely Sunday dinners, and it was relaxing. You didn't feel there was a boring film on telly that you felt as if you had to watch.
Well, because it was the only film. Times. Yeah, it's probably the only film.
But that was it then, and then afterwards it was
read a book and go to bed.
or
I mean,
listen
we
to the
are-
radio.
We are talking about when we were little, though, aren't
Yeah,
we?
when we were little.
Yeah.
But that was all before. But many of you listening will be able to identify, because it was like even in the 90s and that only like really, if you're listening and you're really young, you won't. If you were born when we
in the 90s,
after 2000,
after 2000,
really.
yeah.
Because even our children, they were born when it was really calm. They didn't have it. The internet was just starting, really.
Yeah,
They didn't
one
have-
of my
They didn't have
sons,
cell phones. and things.
99, and the other one, and he was already a little bit more, and he was born 1999. He already liked the little PlayStations and
Yeah,
things.
but they didn't have smartphones like today
No.
and be on TikTok and all
Oh,
these things they are
no.
now, that there's millions of things to keep you distracted.
Yeah.
And also to influence you negatively or positively. But unfortunately, a lot of the time it is negative, and it does cause a lot of anxiety.
So what's the solution here?
Well, today I was reading an article in Psychology Today, and they were saying that young minds are particularly influenced by social media. So they were saying it's actually quite dangerous for young minds, because they have so. Before they were saying that before it's normal for young people to want to seek attention, because that's how
Yeah.
we are. Because we obviously, you grow up and you want to be
You
part
want to be
of a,
seen and
you want
heard.
to be seen
Yes.
and heard and acknowledged. But they said before it would be like going to school maybe with your favourite new jeans on that you just bought.
Yeah.
And
oh,
someone, maybe
excited.
the guy or the girl that you like, gave you a little look
compliment. Yeah.
and are happy, and that would be it. But
You're
now
right.
you post a picture on one of the social media sites,
And you want to get the
and
likes.
you want to get the likes, and you want to get the recognition, and your brain is fired for reward, which causes a hell of a lot of anxiety if you do not fit into the number of likes that you expect to get.
My goodness.
So
So you
it's
say, I've only
hell.
got 7 likes,
It's
only got
hell.
20 likes.
And then
200.
it can go on for such a long time. So they're saying, really, as parents or caregivers, we have to protect our children from this like
And some,
assault.
it seems mean,
It
doesn't it?
seems
Saying,
mean,
no,
of
don't
course
go
it
on
seems mean.
on the social media sites. I mean, you think, what's wrong? You know, well, why is my mum and dad like this? They're so
Why are they
mean.
so mean and horrible? and
Everyone
backward?
else is giggling, yeah, and having a great time.
But I think we have to educate our children and
Just
our
to
young
make them
people
realise it.
To make them realise what it is, and to teach them. Our brains are fired for reward. So you will get a like, and teach them how it works, how your brain actually works, so that they know, oh, I got a like there and I wanted a reward. But
Yes.
it's not a real reward, it's just, it's like an illusion, it's like
Yeah.
pretend.
Yeah.
So it's very, I think it's very confusing for young people, but also for adults it's actually very confusing as well. And even people like women like us that are well
Yeah.
into their
Their old age.
older ages, they are struggling as well, because they suddenly feel that before, maybe when you
Yeah.
reached like middle age, you thought, well, that's it now, I've done it, I've been there, done it all.
Yeah.
Hey, jolly good.
Jolly good, yeah.
Settle down for a life of like just
Comfort and
comfort and
teas.
teas and coffees and
But
eating
now,
cakes.
no.
Now there's a
no.
pressure to look good.
Look good, yeah.
To be like what you were saying, a certain size.
certain
And
size.
there's always an I am not enough.
God, I mean, I just hate that.
It's awful.
I hate it.
It's
I would say,
awful.
let's start a massive campaign on, on getting rid of this.
And breathing in.
I mean, I know there's the famous, the I am not enough. Oh God.
Marisa Tiz.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, she's done wonders with that. I am not enough, and
I am enough.
she's got the I am enough. Yeah, she's done immense work with that and helped millions of people with it. So I think we have to, say a big hello to her and a big thank you to her. But there is still so much that's needed. It's just incredible how this I am not enough is like what you said. It's
But
like,
you're never enough. That's the irony
but
of
that's
it.
what
The irony of it is
that's
that
what
you
the big
never are
companies
enough.
need
Yes.
us to believe, though,
So
isn't
that we
it?
keep buying.
Creams, beauty, whatever it is, household, whatever, televisions. It's never enough. Never enough. gosh, just heard
The
the
little
cat
cat.
screaming. I mean, you probably didn't hear it,
About
but
a little stray cat.
it's like every September
Yeah.
a stray cat arrives.
I know. But
Last September
but
we
only
got a
here,
little one.
and-
Yeah. Little one arrived in the garden. I mean, she's as cute. She was so skinny. And she's been called Tilly. And then this September, the beginning of September, another little one arrived, a little black and white one. She's so cute. And then she was always hiding in the what's it called, in the fireplace. So we decided to call her Cinderella because she actually came out of the fireplace covered in cinders. And she always goes under there. I mean, the fireplace is not on yet. It's been summer, but... But yeah, you could. I mean, what is this? Every September, a new little cat arrives. I think people abandon them in August still here in
I'd
Italy.
not think about that. But
No.
anyway, I mean, we haven't accepted this. But if you do, you know, obviously, do.
What are you
do
talking?
adopt.
I do it.
Do
Yeah.
adopt little stray cats.
Well,
if
yeah.
you can.
If you can, they're
I'm
adorable.
sure no, it doesn't happen everywhere. I mean, you know, sometimes, like I was saying, in the UK, it's really hard to get a cat.
It's hard to get a cat. Yeah. I mean, here, I don't know. It's probably because we're in the Italian countryside, and they still do not neuter cats, and I don't know. Yeah, but anyway, they're giving us a lot of joy. These little rescue cats.
The thing is, I think, is to live a little bit more like the animals.
Yeah, let's go
And
back down
yeah,
to that. Let's
to
observe
do-
them more. Because why
They don't have
do
all
we
this
love our
stress.
pets so much?
They don't have all this stress accumulated of who they have to be and what they have to do.
No,
do they?
there's actually called pet envy now. I mean, where you're just like envious of your dog and your cat because you
Because
just
they
think,
get
look
such
at
a good
you.
life.
Yeah, you're just. Before it used to be the opposite, wasn't it? Oh, you're working like a dog.
Yeah,
Did that used to be an
No, I don't
expression,
think
like a
that was.
horse?
No horse.
Yeah, okay. Yep. But now it's like, God, I wish I was my dog. You know, they don't work, they get fed, they get love every single minute of the day. The cats just lounge around, enjoy the sun, then when the fire's on, sit and cuddle by the fire. But I guess each one of us has our own challenges because the cats, I mean, like now they're having a little fight out there.
Well, yeah, but I think in general they're not like always thinking for
There's
the
not-
next step.
No, it's
The
a pressure.
trick-
The pressure.
The trick is if you are having anxiety, because to go back to what we were talking about, because you are feeling that there's not enough time, do think of it more like a marathon where you can stop and have a glass of water and then just carry on calmly. It's not about running and running and
Marathon,
running.
no.
Well,
Yeah.
no, because it is a marathon.
It
Because
is.
in the end, it's a long race, isn't it? That's how we've
But
been
why
brought up.
we've been brought up to think it's a race,
Yeah.
but
It's a race to the end. But
I
at
would
the
like
end,
it-
where'd you go?
yeah, then there's just death at the end.
Yeah.
So
But I think
But-
some people need to think it's a marathon because it gives them the discipline to actually go and strive for what they want to strive
Yeah,
for in life. So it
yeah.
encourages them, because if you think, well, it's not a marathon, there's no point, I'm just going to sit on the couch all day and do nothing.
yeah, but that's impossible unless you're like you've been like you're like a pet. Somebody's looking after you.
Yeah,
and-
but there's do you know how many people have
depression.
Depression and they can't get out of bed, but that's a different thing.
That's a different thing,
We're
yeah.
not talking about that.
no.
But I mean, just to get, you know,
The
to
umph.
strive, to get the umph, to want
You have
to be better, to do better every day.
Yes.
Because it's nice to do better, because it gives you self-esteem, it gives you confidence, you feel good,
Yeah.
you're doing better, you're not getting worse, you're doing better, it's nice.
Yeah, it's
a
nice.
nice natural thing, I think,
is
for
a
people
nice
to want
thing.
to improve.
Yeah.
But
But
that's
not
one
improve too
thing,
much.
But
though.
not, it's like, don't feel bad if you can't do it. I mean, now there's even pressure on the fact you have to sleep properly.
Come on, let's
If
just
you don't
release this
sleep
pressure.
properly,
yeah.
you have to log your sleep, you have to log
Oh
your
my
water, you have to log your
goodness.
food, you have to log this, log that, log this. What are we?
One big log.
What?
Mamma mia, as the
It's just-
Italians would
Yeah,
say.
it's just like,
Let's chill
just
a
chill
little
and
bit.
have a bit of la dolce vita.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy dinners and friends and,
who-
family and
yeah.
our jobs too, our careers, yeah, let's enjoy them. But hey, if we don't find the perfect partner today, the perfect partner will come tomorrow.
Or even if the partner isn't perfect, because there is no really such thing as a perfect
But
partner.
the perfect partner in your eyes, until
eyes.
you're ready to accept the non-perfection
Of this partner, yes. So, yeah, let's just all just become more aware of what's happening, and we can enjoy our little social media things, but let's look at it with an eye of wisdom that we all have, and you know, it could really be helpful to have. And just become more aware, of the fact that maybe, yes, life is a marathon, but we can also take a break. And
Okay, the word's enrolled next year.
You said you're already enrolled, so you can stop. So you can stop.
You can pause, I think.
You can pause it, I think, and then just enjoy such simple things, and life will seem longer in the end.
Well, I think it's also long, and I think like what I was noticing when I was scrolling through TikTok, I was noticing that most of the videos have been sped up. Like they've been edited in a way that they're sped up.
To go fast.
So that to catch your attention really quickly. But I feel, we know as hypnotherapists that when things are sped up, they cause anxiety.
They unconsciously,
without us even realising it. And so what's happening? We're also psychologically encouraged to speed up in our lives and in what we're doing, to do more, be more, all the time.
Goodness me.
And it's just no. It's
no.
It's
no.
just no.
It's
good.
No good. No.
It's
no way.
We're not buying into that. And
No, I think we should really all just have a little revolution. So we're not doing that. And I remember once I enrolled into this newsletter. It was slowdown.org. Big shout out to them, because they would tell you lovely little stories of how slow things are going, and it was cute. And I think we should think about more of these things. Slowing down
and enjoying.
Now, okay, you may have had a frenetic day at work or something, but then when you come home, you can make things go slower if you take the time to even to cook a lovely meal or something. You feel like while you're cooking and touching the food that you're going to enjoy, that can be great pleasure. That can enjoy it. Don't just rush. Don't rush even when you don't need to rush. Rush for what?
Like when you get home,
to then scroll again.
Yeah, that's it.
And
go
to scroll or to watch a series that you're watching on Netflix or whatever.
No.
Oh dear me, yes, it's time to say no.
It's time to say no to anxiety.
Yes. And to the rush, and to the
pressure.
And to the pressure. We're just beyond the marathon. You can do your little jog and your little run and enjoy it.
And get fit from it.
And take that as a life lesson. I'll be fit from my life. I'm going to learn. I'm going to enjoy the feedback that life brings me and gives me.
Gives me health.
And gives me health, exactly.
Health, happiness, love.
And wisdom.
Wisdom and compassion. What do you think? Do you feel the same way as so many people do, that life is a big rush and you haven't got enough time to do everything you need to do?
Yeah, do let us know.
Let us know how you feeling about it.
Are you fed up like we are, and you just think, no, we're going to say no to all of this, and just, even if you don't want to move somewhere rural and abandoned and become a hermit, you can still kind of do a bit of a hermit in your everyday life. A little bit of that hermit thinking is not bad, I think. Well, I don't know. Let us know.
Let us know. Remember, please follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast, and come and see us on social media too, and follow us there as well.
Yeah, say hello. Say hello.
Say hello. Bye. Lots
Bye.
of love. Bye-bye.